Taylor about the fucking flex.
The Chicago Bulls are entering year 3 of the rebuild, and after years of making the playoffs in the D-Rose Tom Thibodeau era, this is a huge adjustment for the franchise and the fans. There was a lot to be excited about with this team before last season started. They had won 27 games the previous season, and the young core showed a lot of promise, which led to higher expectations last season. A lot of Bulls fans thought it was possible for the team to be in the playoff hunt late in the season. Getting 30-plus wins seemed like a reasonable goal for this team, but injuries took a toll on the team, and that eventually led to the team deciding to tank in the second half of the season, which was not the plan for the young and talented Bulls team. Not only did they not win at least 30 games, they won 22 games and had the 4th worst record in the league. And it's a problem that the young core of Chris Dunn, Zach LaVine, Lauri Markkanen, and Wendell Carter really haven't played together that much. Because of injuries, they have only played a total of 191 minutes in 12 games. Building chemistry is such an important thing for a successful team. Playing together allows the coach in the front office to see how the players fit and who should be a part of the future. It wasn't enough of a sample size to properly evaluate the young core last season because of the limited time they had together. The Bulls started 27 different starting lineups last season. That stat really should tell you all you need to know about the 2018-19 season for the Chicago Bulls. The good news about the young core is the 2 most talented players, Lauri Markkanen and Zach LaVine. LaVine had a breakout year and once again showed people that he can be an all-star level player and can possibly be a key piece to a winning team. The Bulls matched the offer, which was a 4-year, $78 million contract before last season, which a lot of analysts and people around the league thought was the wrong move for the Bulls. But Zach LaVine showed he's worth every penny in the first year of that contract. He posted career highs across the board, and 16 of the 7 players ahead of him in scoring were all-stars. His scoring was so important for the Bulls early in the season, when players like Markkanen and Bobby Portis were dealing with injuries. LaVine was more aggressive and successful attacking the basket, and averaged 6 more free throw attempts per game, which was also a career high. That stat should increase with better players this season to give him more space to work. One area he needs to seriously work on is his defense. The Bulls as a team needs to pick it up defensively. They ranked 28th in efficiency on defense for the 2nd straight year. It doesn't matter how much potential a team has on offense. If you're one of the worst defensive teams, you won't make the playoffs. The Bulls were behind the 8 ball early on when Markkanen suffered an elbow injury in training camp. But when he returned, he continued to show why he's one of the best young big men in the league. His stats in his 2nd year are comparable to Kristaps Porzingis' numbers in his 2nd year. Even though Zach LaVine is the more explosive scorer, I believe the offense should run more through Markkanen. Wendell Carter had a successful rookie year for the most part, even though it was cut short by mid-January. Carter is the defensive anchor that the team needs badly. He can score in multiple ways and is a good rebounder. We didn't see the young front court play together that much last season. I'm sure Bulls fans are just itching to watch Markkanen and Carter play together more this season. It was a very disappointing year for point guard Chris Dunn. It was so disappointing that the Bulls decided to draft another point guard in the top 10 this past summer. Injuries was also an issue for Chris Dunn. In Coach Jim Boylan's system, he likes to have multiple ball handlers initiating the offense, which resulted in Dunn playing more off the ball. Even though he was a decent three-point shooter percentage-wise, he is still reluctant to shoot it sometimes, which hurts the offense, especially when that shot is what the defense gives you. Injuries and changes to the offense hurt Dunn's development, and this could be his last season with the Bulls. After tanking and once again receiving a 7th pick for the 3rd straight season, they selected Coby White out of North Carolina. White is touted for his scoring ability and has the ideal size for a point guard standing around 6'4", 6'5". He also showed progress as a distributor under Roy Williams and should develop into an all-around player. But he has some work to do. It's clear he's not yet adjusted to the NBA three-point line, as he shot 3 for 30 in Summer League. But he showed some good moments during his play, as he averaged 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists, and 1 steal per game. No one should expect Coby White to start at point guard from day one. I believe the Bulls will try to ease him in and have him playing off the bench. The Bulls also added a point guard in Tomas Satoransky in the sign and trade with the Wizards. Tomas is a guy who can play the 1 and the 2. He has the skill set and the size. He's a crafty type of player who can knock down open shots, can pass, has decent athleticism, and can take care of the ball. Tomas is probably the best option to start at point guard this season. It will be a big boost for the offense if he's a starter. His versatility will be a huge plus for the team. The Bulls made a bold move when they traded Jabari Parker and Bobby Portis for Otto Porter. This trade was questioned by a lot of Bulls fans at first, but Otto Porter showed how good of a player and locker room guy he is in the short amount of games he played. And his salary is not really a problem because of the simple fact that the Bulls don't really sign any big-time free agents anyway. Porter is the small forward they've been looking for since the rebuild started. He has really developed as a more complete offensive player. He's not just a catch-and-shoot guy. He can also get his off the dribble. He's a very efficient shooter from mid-range and the three-point line. And most importantly, he can defend. Another player that's going to help out defensively is their new free agent acquisition, Thaddeus Young. Veteran players like him and Otto Porter will be very beneficial for this young basketball team. Now, Thaddeus Young isn't the sexiest name as a free agent signing, but he should make a big impact. He's the type of player that can change the culture of the team. He can help relay the message from the head coach to the young players, and also help build good habits. The franchise should be back on track in their rebuild and start winning more games. Good health, as always, can go a long way. This team needs to finally have good luck with health this season to progress as a team. I believe the Bulls will make strides as a good offensive team as they play more through Lauri Markkanen. Their defense is still a work in progress, and it will determine if they will be in the playoff hunt in the second half of the season. I have the Bulls winning 10 more games than last year by winning 32 games and finishing in 11th place in the East. The Bulls will finally be playing meaningful games after the All-Star break, which most of the young players haven't experienced yet. They will be more competitive, but making the playoffs will have to wait at least one more year.